Good morning, dear students. Today I will discuss about solid and solid state. Solid state. In this chapter, first of all, I will discuss about solids as well as solid state. The first topic is solid. Those substances in which the molecules are closely packed with each other, means are those substances in which intermolecular space is about to nil, but intermolecular force is maximum. Intermolecular space is about to nil, but intermolecular force is maximum. Such state is called solid state, and related substances are called solid. Here 2 points. You have to notice about 2 points. First, suppose these are two molecules. Then the distance between these two molecules is called intermolecular space, and the force which used to work between both the molecule, that is known as intermolecular force. We have to explain about solid on the basis of these 2 points, means intermolecular space and intermolecular force. Hence, all those substances in which intermolecular space is about to nil, but intermolecular force is maximum, such substances are called solid, and related state is called solid state. Okay? For example, its molecular arrangement is given like this. A lot of molecules combine together to form a solid. The arrangement of their molecules is like this. You can see through this figure, all the molecules are packed with each other, that there is negligible space between the molecules. Okay? When the space is negligible, no doubt intermolecular force must be maximum. Such state is called solid state, and related substances are called solid. Okay? For example, there are a lot of objects in our surroundings related to solid. For example, as wood, all the goods related to wood, metals, ionic compound, rubber, plastic, and there are a lot of other objects which are directly or indirectly formed from these objects. Okay? Once again I am telling the example, just like all the ionic compounds are present in solid state. Chalk, wood, plastic, rubber, glass, metals, all these belongs to solid. Okay? I hope everybody come to know about the solid. Right? Now we are telling about the particular properties of solid. Particular properties of solid. How will you guess about the solid? Then first properties you know. In these substances, means in solids, the intermolecular force between the molecules is maximum, but intermolecular space is about to nil. And that's why these substances have, means solid substances have definite shape, size and volume. इनका शेप भी फिक्स होता है, साइज भी फिक्स होता है और वॉल्यूम भी फिक्स होता है. और उसका रीजन क्यों? व्हाई? Because there is no chance of the movement of molecules related to solid according to figure. Secondary, these are rigid. These are rigid due to no chance of the movement of molecules. Okay. All the molecules directly or indirectly attached with the solid substances having fixed shape, size and value. Now, all the solids further divided in two parts. All the solid further divided in two parts. And first part is crystalline solid. First part is crystalline solid and second part is amorphous. Amorphous solid. Okay? All the solid which are present in our surroundings are further divided in two parts. Crystalline solid and second part is the amorphous solid. Crystalline solids are true solid and amorphous solids are pseudo solids. Okay? The two parts of solid which are given in front of you, crystalline solid as well as amorphous solid. अब मैं कुछ आपको एक्सप्लेन कर दूं कि आखिर ये दो पार्ट क्यों हुए. Why solid further divided in two parts? Okay? Reason is clear. These are actually true solid and these are solid. Physically these are present in solid state but can't perform all the properties of real solid. That's why these are said to be pseudo solid. Then first of all we have to explain about crystalline solid. We are going to explain about crystalline solid. Those solid whose constituent components are arranged in a proper sequence, then such solids are called crystalline solid. Means in these solids their constituent component, and constituent component, you know, constituent component means ions, atom or molecules which are helpful for the formation of this solid. यानी जिन कंपोनेंट से मिलकर किसी सॉलिड का फॉर्मेशन होता है उन्हें हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूट कंपोनेंट्स कहते हैं. ओके, इट मीन दोज सॉलिड whose constituent component means atom, ions and molecules are arranged in a proper sequence, then such solids are called crystalline solid. For example, all the ionic compound like NaCl, KCl, FeCl3, CaCO3, FeCO3 and so on. Secondary, all the metals, iron, copper, gold, silver, platinum, these are also counted under crystalline solid. And all the allotropes, just like the allotropes of carbon, diamond, graphite, allotropes of phosphorus, red phosphorus as well as white phosphorus. Okay, these are considered under crystalline solid. Now we want to discuss about amorphous solid. Those solid in which their constituent components, are not arranged in proper sequence, then such solids are called amorphous solid. Means ऐसे solid जिनके constituent component means atom, ion and molecules, these are not arranged in a proper sequence, then such solids are said to be amorphous solid. Example, without example you can't understood. For example, as wood, rubber, plastic, glass, all these are counted under amorphous solid. Okay, once again I am telling the definition of the both. Listen to me. Crystalline solid, those solid whose constituent component means atom, ion and molecules are arranged in a proper sequence. Such solids are called crystalline solid. And example, ionic compound, all the ionic compound, all the allotropes and all the metals, these are the example of crystalline solid. And in case of amorphous solid, those solid in which their constituent components are not arranged in a proper sequence, then such solids are said to be amorphous solid. For example, as plastic, rubber, wood, glass, etc. Right? These are considered to be amorphous solid.